of jobs that men should not do, especially grown ass men, okay? For one, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Matter of fact, any fast food restaurant, if you think that you're a grown ass man working in a fast food restaurant is okay, something is wrong with you, all right? Leave those jobs to the teenagers. My nephew can't even get a job right now because there's some grown ass man in his goddamn 40s flipping my goddamn burger. Okay? Let it go. Leave it alone. That job is not for you. Anything in retail, okay? I don't want to see no grown-ass man handing me a dress, okay? Why are you a grown-ass man working at Ross? That makes absolutely no sense, okay? Target, Marshalls, like, guys, give it up. Leave these jobs to the kids. Leave these jobs to the teenagers. These are jobs you get in high school, in college. But once you're a grown-ass man, you do not need to be working in any fast food restaurant or any retail restaurant. And for you high-value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high-value man, you're absolutely wrong, okay? There's nothing high value about making $70,000 a year.
Here is the thing. The fact of the matter is, man, a real man will do what he has to do. He will do what he has to do. He will work if he can. He'll work first shift at McDonald's. He'll work second shift at Hardee's and third shift at Wendy's. He'll do whatever he has to do. Whatever the man has to do to keep the lights on. To provide for his kids, his family. You know, again, man, he'll do whatever. He'll cut grass if he has to. You know, we have to understand that is the way it is. So no, it's not ideal. But you do what you have to do. You know, you provide in whatever way you have to provide. You do whatever. I'm not saying you do anything that's wrong or illegal, but you do what you have to do to make ends meet. You know, again, if push came to shove, I've got 3 kids. I would do whatever I had to do to keep the lights on, to keep food in their stomach. You know, again, so to sit there and say that a grown man shouldn't work at Hardee's or Wendy's or, you know, wherever, Ross. Yeah. I'm not saying it's ideal, but that is a man. That's a real man that will do what he has to do. So to sit there and judge a man and say, you know, what are these 40-year-olds doing working here? You know, they're providing, they're doing what they have to do. They're doing, you know, what they need to do to make ends meet. Maybe that's all they can get. Maybe they're at Ross because that's all they get. You know, so again, we have to really be honest about that stuff. And then her to sit there and her to say that, you know, a police officer, a firefighter that make, you know, $75,000 a year or whatever, man, they're not high value men. Yeah, they are. They are high value men. Those are people we need. Do you not understand that we need those people? You know, if your house is burning down, somebody's breaking in your house or whatever, who are you going to call? I mean, seriously. You know, some crackhead down the road. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to call the cops. You're going to call a fireman. So again, I don't care how much they make. If it's, you know, $35,000. I don't care. They're high value men. That's what they are, because they put their lives on the line for their job, for your safety. And then you sit there and criticize them. You know, again, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, they make what they should make. You know, maybe they should make more. But the fact of the matter is, they're high value people. They're high value men. I don't know what's wrong with this generation, especially the women in this generation. I mean, the men too, but especially the women. They look down upon these men. Oh, they don't make, 150, 200,000 a year, whatever. They don't make that. Do you understand in this country that, only 10% or less than of the population right now makes over $100,000 a year? That's it. Only like 5% or 6%. No, it's 4%. Something it's 4%. Make $200,000 a year or above. So again, you're talking that 96% of men make less than that. 96%. So again, I don't know what world you live in, but a high value man is a cop. He makes $75,000 a year. That's great. That's fine. That's a middle class life. But again, I'm not saying maybe it's enough. What I'm saying is, I don't know what's wrong with this generation. They feel they look down upon people. Especially the women. They look down upon these men out there doing whatever jobs they have to do to make it. Or being a cop or a fireman or something is not good enough for them. Again, because they see these girls out there making, $200,000-$300,000 a year on OnlyFans. They believe, the men that are actually doing something worthwhile, like being a cop or a fireman, saving lives, are not good enough for them. I really think these people need to get the priorities straight. And that's one thing we have lost over the last 30, 40 years. We used to respect our cops, our firemen. We used to respect the guy that went to work. My father, when I was a little kid back probably 40 some odd years ago, he worked at a plant. He was a second shift supervisor at the plant. And he worked like first shift at the at fast food place for a long time, just to make extra money. I mean, he did what he had to do. And again, he ended up doing really well for himself. But the fact of the matter is, you do what you have to do. And my hat's off to guys, and women that do whatever they have to do to make ends meet, to keep the lights on, to provide for their family. And again, people like this girl, they feel like they're entitled to knock them down. Anyways, guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. You son of a